Oh, good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Tarot. This is Weird and Woo-Woo. We all are weird and we get woo-woo. That's kind of how you know if it's for you. All right, it's Saturday morning and we are going to check in and see if there's a message today. I might have heated up my coffee just a little. Hello to my is. I didn't have enough and have a full cup in there because I drank some of it. And I was like, I'm going to heat it up before we... And I might burn myself. So we shall see, okay? I don't know. Okay, so what I was hearing before I came on was up next. But it was like a line. Like somebody went before you, another person went before you, and they're like, up next kind of thing is what it felt like. And so I'm not really sure. But it kind of gives the, like a who's up next kind of thing. I don't know. So maybe you're in line for something is what I want to say. So we're just going to delve in and find out. Oh, good. All righty. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to get this. Fantastic. All right, here we go. I'm not sure. I really want to take a sip. I'm afraid I'm going to end up doing some... I'm going to die. It's hot. It's okay. I can't tell. I feel like the energy is coming from the both of these. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Hermetic Tarot then. Let's do this. Woo, my eyes are watering. It's early, guys. I can't help it. Okay, we will take it. Ooh, I like this. Wheel of Fortune came out upright. I don't do reversals, but this is no coinky-dink. We got the Five of Wands, but it came out. If they tell me to keep it that way, I keep it that way. Because it literally says on this one, Lord of Strife. So that is things turning and no longer being difficult. No more strife. Turning away from that. We have the Magician with the Queen of Cups. Something here with the Queen of Cups. We're going to explore that really quick, okay? Let's see what the Queen of Cups is all about. The Sun. Knight of Swords. The best change that could happen is happening. The Voice of Light, Hermit. I feel like the Voice of Light is the Queen of Cups. Hey, how are you? This is just a general read. This happens all the time. I come on Saturday mornings and people join, they don't, that kind of thing. But it's just a general read. We're just checking in to see the energies. Sorry about that. Let's see here. I just feel like the Queen of Cups in this is the voice of light, is the kind, compassionate individual that does let their heart lead in their life. This energy feels very choppy. I got to be honest with you. It is the kind of thing. It's not smooth yet. I said yet. They're giving me that old adage of like, like bad things happening to good people. And it's almost like when does someone that's good get to have things in their favor? Like the feeling of something not being fair, the way things have gone for someone. Things are about to get really good. There's going to be a lot of victory and success. There's going to be a lot of clarity, a light shown. Ooh, okay. So there's going to be some spotlight put onto somebody who has a voice of light. Things are going to switch like day and night. Knight of Swords is a pivot, a 180. It is the lower arcana, minor arcana to the Wheel of Fortune, in my opinion. No more illusion, no more disillusion. Hey, Manishka, how are you? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I've literally just had, and I don't have these, but I have like this wave of heat that just, I'm like sweating from I haven't even hardly had any of my coffee, guys. It's not that. Like, as soon as I started to sit down to do the reading, it was like whoosh, like sweat pouring, like just being heated. I don't understand that. Because usually when I am channeling, I get like cold spots. And I feel like I'm flushed. All right, I'm going to put this up right here. And I'm going to pull out some more, again, in regards to the Queen of Cups. Because we have, the energy turning in your favor. Everything's turning in your favor. The wheel is finally fucking turning. And it's taking you out of the Five of Wands. No, like the struggle. It's taking you out of the struggle. And for once, the Queen of Cups, it's almost like the Queen of Cups has her manifestation come through. And they keep giving me the adage of, bad things happening to good people. And it's like, when does the good shit happen for the good? You know what I mean? Like, why does the good shit always happen to the bad people? I mean, that's always subjective, right? But it's kind of like somebody who has such a good, pure heart, who thinks of others and has always put other people before them, has always cared about others and poured into other people, who is nurtured. Okay, tell me a little bit between. What is the cross? Okie dokie. It came back out again. The Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Like, I feel like this Queen of Cups has been taken advantage of. I feel like she's been deceived. She's been stabbed in the back. Seven of Swords feels like deceit. I don't know why they're saying treachery. Like, I don't know who I'm channeling. I'm like, okay, wait, we don't necessarily use those words anymore. But like from people that should, like, it shouldn't have happened. For someone who to give so much, people took advantage. It's taking advantage. And that shit's changing. Like, there's no more the Queen of Cups being the victim of, being the target of. Now, I can't say as a person like that people won't ever try, but I don't think people are going to be successful as they have before. And this doesn't feel like, oh, well, the Queen of Cups knows better kind of thing. I feel like the Five of Wands is coming from every direction. Like, anything and everything that could trip somebody up, it's like, when you constantly have to put out fires and constantly have to deal with different things and never really ever get to keep your cup for yourself, right? Where it's just like, it's like things that always get in the way of this manifestation, right? And that's changing. Seven of Swords. It's like, it says unstable effort. Because of what this person has given to others, has catered to others, has always, it just feels like a very big heart. Always giving consideration to others, and others not giving consideration to them. That's changing. This deceit, this, what is the word? There's a word I'm trying to clamor for, and I feel it like right there, and it's not coming out. Backstabbing, this not thievery, not, I feel like it's underhandedness. It is you see, earlier the Seven of Swords came out under the Hermit, which is the voice of light. It's like stealing someone's light. You know, like someone has been hampered, hindered, hidden, right, as a result of the Seven of Swords. I just feel some trickery. And the Knight of Swords is the winds of change that are coming through. Okay, why is that? What tell me about the something's coming in for the person who feels like they don't have anything, who hasn't had anything go right for a little while. We got the Knight of Cups with the Five of Cups. Five of Cups being all the things that have gone wrong. And it's like something is coming in to turn this into the Six of Cups, to pull you back into pleasure. Okay, so we understand that. To feel like things are finally going right. So this is just maybe somebody who is, despite their best efforts to be authentically themselves, live from their heart space, to give to others, to be caring and kind and compassionate. It's been a shit show, is what I would say. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups, and it's the idea of walking away from something that's like, it's abandoning. It says abandon success, but there's not been success here. I don't know why it would say that. Seven of Cups and the Nine of Wands. This is illusory success, like thinking and waiting and believing and hoping and praying and just thinking that something, it's like it'll work itself out. It'll work itself out. Things will go my way. It'll turn around. You know that toxic positivity people are like it's just a part of the plan. You just got to have faith. We don't have enough faith. Fucking shut the fuck up. Seriously. And now somebody's just like, it's like you got very guarded at the idea or notion of potentiality of success. You stopped believing in the potentiality because faith became a burden for you, because it became too painful. Somebody who had like Queen of Cups, she sees the promise in things, and she, again, to be so vulnerable is wearing her heart on the sleeve. Like to have faith in something that it seems faithless, like it has zero hope, is just, it is being exceptionally vulnerable. Like, why is the energy rough today? The energy's rough. Like, it has been hard to push through this. And the Nine of Wands is like, putting up a wall at the idea that something will ever be successful, right? Because the Seven of Pentacles is when you planted the seeds and you're waiting and you're waiting. And yes, it can take time to germinate, but fuck. At some point you go, oh, it's just not going to break ground. And maybe you walked away from waiting to see if something would take off. Eight of Cups. Yeah, if something would grow. Three of Pentacles. So there was something you had hopes for. And you felt deceived. And this Wheel of Fortune is the healing that's coming in. Like I am burning up right here in my abdomen. Like it feels like I have a heating pad on. There's definitely something here with, I know that we have a lot of cups, but what's funny is I'm feeling like fire energy. Oh, Five of Wands, probably because you're coming out of that. They're about to change that. I would say that there's been a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of like steam. They're giving me steam, like the building up and turning like, kind of thing. This Wheel of Fortune is going to help you heal from this. You have been so defensive at the idea that something would grow, that you've walked away from the notion that something would grow, that something would take off, that something would break ground. You're like, it's too much for me. And you felt deceived. And you felt like the Seven of Swords is you don't have that positive mindset anymore. It's a very negative mindset in regards to something, in regards to having this hope, this faith, this belief, like the Queen of Cups would. I would say people have probably told you were naive, or they thought it, or maybe you feel like people look at you like that. What is the Magician? Like the Queen of Cups put a lot of heart into trying to bring some type of manifestation in. The Magician card is the attempt, the process, the belief that some kind of like miracle would happen. And I don't think you maybe would have called it a miracle before, but the longer you had to wait, the more you felt like it would take a fucking miracle. But something is coming in, the Knight of Cups. Something is being brought into your life that turns this Five of Cups, this sadness, sorrow, and focus on everything that's gone wrong into something pleasurable that gives you hope and faith again and optimism and brightens your day and allows you to enjoy life again. It turns this 5 into the 6. So in what regards does it do this? They still want me to pull 1 or 2 from here. I'm skeptical, but I will do it. It's like I feel this energy, and I also feel a repulsion to it as well. Almost like something about it doesn't feel right, feel good. I kind of dropped that one. Okay. So the way that they're saying is, I feel like this is get ready, but in the sense of you being mentally prepared, right? Because, right, you're in the 7 of Swords. You have the 9 of Wands. We have time to ground. So I'm feeling the rage, the fire burning within, the like they just are ready to burn it all down. Like whatever you had faith in, whatever this manifestation is, you may almost it's almost like you want to fight it. And it doesn't feel like fight for it. It feels like you're angry. Like you're turning that rage inward. And they're like, okay, time to ground, time to clear, get centered. Get back to a neutral energy. Time to get out of the heightened emotions, the heightened, because I mean, like any wands that are negatively aspected, they that fire is like raging out of control. It takes center stage, and they're kind of like, we need to ground, we need to get central, we need to get neutral, okay? Because you need to pay attention. Signs are coming in. You need to pay attention to the signs, and when you're in this state, I feel like you're not in touch with a balanced lens and way you're looking at something, because this rage, this fire that burns within you kind of taints the way you're seeing stuff. You don't pick up on synchronicities. You don't pick up on intuition. You don't pick up on like what spirit's throwing your way. And so they're like, get this grounded. See the signs. Okay. You're going to start noticing things that you should be acting on, that you should be paying attention to, and trust in magic. Feels like that's a big ask. Okay. You may write everything off anymore. This feels like you went from the faith, trust, belief, wearing your heart on a sleeve to thinking everything was a lie. Any sign that comes up, any inkling of anything. You know, like if somebody were trying to say, oh, I think this is going to happen, you're like, bullshit. Like you just, everything is a lie. Everything is a lie. Everything is a lie. You don't trust it anymore. And so you don't, it cuts off the way for spirit to speak to you, to get a message across to you. Because you dismiss everything. You think it's all deceit. Oh, I'm just making it up in my head, or I'm trying to believe something that's not really real. You know, like you think all the signs are a lie, that it's like self-deceit. But this tells me there are messages coming through. There is guidance trying to make its way through. That not everything is a lie. But if you're not open to it, you can't receive it. Like you won't. Wow. Jesus. Clarify this one for me. Give me just a second. You're about to break free. They told me to stare at the picture, and I'm like, you're not going to be able to see this. I'm going to show you the little white line. It is so minuscule. So this is the world card, okay? And you got a typewriter right here, right? And right down here is this little line. And I shit you fucking not, there's words on it. One on one end and one on the other. And it literally says, no control. And this is the epitome of freedom. Like there's no more, like not being bound anymore. We have a peace pipe, Peace being restored. Out of the typewriter, there's like golden little numbers that are coming out of it, and it's like the codes. 001, 01010, you know, like the binary numbers for like AI and things like that. So it reminds me of like programming codes, like a new code being written, breaking free, no control from the programming, from it's not breaking free of programming though. Then we have a DNA strand. It's like it has something to do with the Two of Swords. I pulled the Two of Swords to there's an energy with this world card that doesn't feel traditional world, if that makes sense. In this Two of Swords, this individual will not let the fuck go. I have my little ways of interpreting swords, right? When they cross, it usually means two truths, and they cross, truth is somewhere in the middle. When they butt ends, it's like a choice between two truths. And in those types of situations, I talk about which truth, which understanding requires you to forsake the self, because that's the one you do not choose. If there's any aspect of choosing that truth that requires you to forsake any aspect of the self, you do not choose it. That's how you make your decision at the crossroad. But this is the kind where something new is starting. A spotlight is being shown. You have a woman being torn between both. Both of them are upright, and she's not letting go. And therefore, she is like splitting herself. And it is two different paths, the staircases. It's liberation or freedom from why won't you let go? I feel like the Two of Swords is something about you more of loyalty. Like there's a lack of choice or decision. She's not blindfolded. She's not trying to figure out intuitively. She is holding on for fucking dear life to two options, two paths that are true, like two true, genuine, sincere paths. Something has control over you, like the idea of like holding on for dear life out of loyalty for something, like not choosing not to make a decision based upon some type of loyalty. Something happens with this Knight of Cups. It is the World card. It opens everything up. It removes anything that controls you. And over here, we've got like, well, nothing has popped off. You've felt deceived. You have felt like, you know, the Seven of Pentacles took too fucking long. You've been exceptionally confused. There's been no growth. Eight of Cups to the Three of Pentacles. Like you have to walk away from the confusion, Eight of Cups, in order to have the growth. And your confusion simply stems from something not coming about. The level of strife. You won't let go of both paths because it's like, I won't choose one. I think there is a choice you would like to make. Your wish, your manifestation. You don't, though, because of the level of disappointment, strife. We've got 2 5, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Like, you don't even trust your own self. You don't trust the signs. You don't trust spirit. You don't trust it. You feel lied to. Nothing has come of it. So you're guarded and you're confused. I'd say you still deeply want it, though, because you're still the Queen of Cups. You still desire this. It still has, like, it draws your heart in. And that keeps you You're stuck. So you refuse to let go of one of the swords. It's as if the Knight of Cups is going to bring something in that is enough to wake me up inside. Evanescence song again. The Knight of Cups is coming in to restore your faith in something. You don't want to let go of one because that's where your heart is. You won't let go of the other one because not a fucking thing has gone right with the one that your heart calls out to. It's almost like the backup plan or why do I feel like one path has given more to you than the other? The one that you want, though, is the one that hasn't given to you. And you won't let go. And that's what has control over you. That's why you won't do anything. You won't move. You're desperately hoping that the one that your heart is tied to will give you something. And, I know that sounds very codependent and everything else. It doesn't feel like a person. It's a wish. It's a desire. It's a manifestation. It's like, please don't let me have been wrong. Please don't let me have been so vulnerable and had so much faith. It's like, I can't help but feel. The Queen of Cups can't help but feel. But the Nine of Cups brings you peace. We got the peace pipe. We've got no control. It's like something releases your fear. Like, I don't even know if it's fear. Like, I'm surprised I don't have a Queen of Swords here, right? Because the Queen of Swords almost, like, I feel like it's a Queen of Swords type of Queen of Cups battle going on. Queen of Swords is like, yeah, but when I look at the greater picture, the choice seems like this sword. Queen of Cups is like, but my choice is this one. And it's just like ripping you in two. Because I think your mind and your heart say two different things right about now. Your mind's being logical, practical, taking an accurate assessment, right? Which is what pulls you out of believing in the signs, believing in the magic. And it's probably what has you angry. The aspect of yourself, your mind is angry at your heart that it won't just fucking let go. That's where the rage is coming from. That's where the belief, maybe it's not somebody external to you, maybe it's you that you believe that you're so fucking naive. And the other two cards is there's something that happens, something that liberates you from this indecision, from this being torn apart. It like releases you, like something no longer has control over you. You're liberated and you're able to make a decision that changes everything. It's like finally answering the call to one of those paths, answering, like saying yes. But with the Judgment card, it's a calling. So to me, it feels like the Queen of Cups is going to win out. So the thing that calls to your heart, the thing that you're really at a soul, like intuitively and a soul level feel pulled to. Like it just feels right. And like you want, like it. Yeah, this is a battle between your head and your heart on a decision. on paths. They're correcting me. It is a decision because you're mentally caught up, but it's about two very particular paths. And it could be as simple as, do I do it or not do it? Do I go for the thing that calls to me, or do I do the logical thing? And you have to walk away from your defensiveness, the Nine of Wands, your confusion, your uncertainty, and start building in the area that you feel called. So the Star card is like being where you feel like you're being guided. Your heart is guiding you somewhere. Like if you allowed yourself to be that naive person, that child inside who's like, I'm gonna be, like my son says, Mom, I'm gonna be Spider-Man in this universe. Okay. It's a lofty goal, dude. It's a lofty goal. And he says, but I'm also gonna be a YouTuber. And I'm gonna be this. And I'm like, alrighty. Who am I to say the fuck what he is and isn't gonna be, right? You know what I mean? It's like whatever this is that the Queen of Cups wants, the Queen of Swords aspect of yourself sees it as something as childish as that. As impossible. That's not even a word. I make up words here. Impossible is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so you're disparaging your own self because nothing you do stops your heart from wanting to go in a particular direction. And so it's like every time you start to try and move towards the thing that the Queen of Swords aspect of yourself wants, after having assessed everything and she makes her objective decision, your heart aches. And everything up to this point tells you Queen of Swords would be right. There's something very hurtful about not being able to bring this manifestation into being, into your reality. And whatever the Wheel of Fortune is, which is the same as the Knight of Swords, takes this struggle and strife and flips it upside down. There's something removes this as a struggle. The Knight of Cups brings something in because you're sad. You were just, it's like a part of you can't go towards the Queen of Swords path because you're like, it just hurts so much. Please don't tell me I was wrong. Please don't tell me I was wrong. Like, why can't this just be a thing? Like, and so it's like you're still mourning it, which means your heart is still there. Five of Cups is in the mourning, like the grieving period. But the Knight of Cups brings in that extra cup and turns it into the Six of Cups. Brings about hope, faith, joy, pleasure again. Seeing things positively again. So it has to be something that's positive for the Queen of Cups. Because up to this point, she's got nothing to stand on, right? Nothing's really broken ground. She's waited a long time. So something happens to give the Queen of Cups reason to be like, see? To the Queen of Swords. Something happens that liberates you from the control that the Two of Swords has on you right now, which is really just the indecision. With being torn. And it ushers in some level of peace and makes it easier for you to choose. It's like I feel someone is gravitating more towards the Queen of Swords option, the logical, objective assessment, more practical, plausible, more possible path. But something happens, gives that Queen of Cups leverage. and gives you reason to be like, no, I'm going to choose. I'm going to answer the call. Judgment. You make a decision and it turns things 180. You cut something the fuck out. It is a choice. You pivot. It allows your decision to pivot. It's funny, going towards the Queen of Swords path more, because right now Queen of Cups ain't got shit to prove, to be like, oh, you know what I mean? And something happens and it's like, and it's all you needed to be able to be like, nope, this is the path, bye, kind of thing. I want to know what this Knight of Cups is then. I'm going to use Azathoth Tarot. And look at me. Look at you. Look at me. Listen. He is beat up. You battled with this. That's the Knight of Swords there. But so ready when the moment comes to blow that shit up. Like, and it's funny that we have the Judgment card, and here, look at how open he is to the message from Spirit coming in. Like, whatever it is, it's enough to make you abandon your logic and honor your Queen of Cups and go towards your manifestation, your wish, your desire. What is the Knight of Cups, please? The Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The Three Swords came out reversed. Again, I don't do reversals, but I'm going to honor telling you that. This is the Sorrow. Three of Swords. So what is the Knight of Cups? Please don't be Captain Obvious and tell us what we already know. I keep hearing something's manageable. It makes something manageable. It's the opportunity. Remember, your belief. Like, you were pulling logic over your heart. That's I was correct. And it was that logic that was bringing so much sorrow. It was like your heart was still mourning, grieving what it desires. And the brain's like, nope, this away. And that was just, oh. And it's as if the Queen of Pentacles, the one that has the capacity to do it, that has the ability, has the wherewithal, has, like the magician, everything she needs to make something happen, gets the opportunity. It's funny. The Knight of Pentacles is clarifying the Knight of Cups. And whatever it is, they're giving me Captain Obvious vibes here, guys. It changes you. You're no longer afraid of it. You're no longer fearful. You're no longer in anxiety about it. We got the Hanged Man. Seeing it differently. I'm sure Queen of Swords was going that direction because there's something that seemed very detrimental to you to stick with, to let your heart be so sold on something that was so not good for you. Five of Wands, Five of Cups. That did nothing for you. Hanged Man. It changes, it takes you out of fear. Can you imagine being the person that has everything to be able to do something and not be able to do it? So, okay, we're no closer, guys. Obviously, the Knight of Cups revives you, but it's something very practical as well because it's the Knight of Pentacles. Something practical comes in to revive you, to like fill your cup back up, right? What is it? Are you kidding me? The same fucking cards, guys. 7 of Swords. It heals. It's the guidance that you need, that you weren't believing in. It heals you. It takes you towards the path. It puts you on the path you're meant to. It heals this thing. It's almost like it heals the part of you that feels the world or the universe or spirit deceived you on. It brings healing to this level of deception, 7 of Swords. And it frees you. It brings an opportunity. It opens up a path, the World card. Seriously, 7 of Swords, Star, World. We already have these cards. It's like, do we not get details? Like, what the fuck? Do we not get to know? And what is the point of telling us this? Like, this is going to come in, like when? What? So bring me back to the beginning when they kept saying up next. So this is what's up next for somebody. Somebody their heart was very resistant to choosing the logical path and accepting that things just weren't going to happen. Because the logical assessment was you're only hurting yourself by staying loyal to your heart. Your heart is going to hurt you. And we all know that we've done that before. Held on to something because our heart wanted it for too long and ended up really damaging us. And it was just like, but there was something that you just couldn't let go of, no matter how much you may have wanted to. Because it's like what you loved hurt you. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I want to know, give me more about the Star in the World. But this also feels like Star is highlighting something. It is, remember we had on the 2 of Swords, a spotlight being shown on something. The Star may be elevating somebody's status, elevating somebody ahead of something. And the World could be expanding somebody's exposure or expanding somebody's opportunities. Like it could be the expand. Remember I said the 3 of Pentacles, you couldn't somehow get it to expand. Whatever you were working towards, trying to manifest, expansion happens in that direction. Put you on the right course. Tell me more about the Star in the World. It's just what you needed to be able to stick with something. Okay, we're talking about the Star. Giving birth to your dreams, your wish. Giving birth to your dreams. Empress card. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture. Important documents, contracts. It's the Ace of Pentacles. The Star card is giving birth to your dreams by bringing something in that allows you to be seen on a grander scale, that allows you to grow on a grander scale, that allows you to expand. Three of Pentacles over here. World. This is the King of Swords over here, which talks about a level of confidence. So Star is it a wish coming true? Is it, I don't think I have my thumb on it just exactly right. What is it that gives your dreams birth? Like, what is it? A promising business venture, a contract of some sort. It says down here, I don't know why, on the King of Swords, but on the words it says seek out professional advice. If you pair that with some type of a contract that then expands you, gives you more exposure, like puts you in a place of opportunity to have more reach. Whatever this contract is, whatever this business venture is, this is why I said it didn't feel like love. This is like, it gives you hope. If something puts you in the forefront between the Star and the World, it brings attention your direction that then ushers in a contract, ushers in a potential business venture, a potential, the path. It's like the Seven of Pentacles turning to the Eight of Pentacles. You know what I mean? The thing that wouldn't break ground finally breaks ground. What about the World card? You get pulled to the forefront. The Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, is the opportunity, just the thing that your heart needed to, like, to stick around. And as a result, you get elevated. You have the opportunity to expand. The practical, real world thing that comes in for you, contract or whatever, is the cup that turns things from Five of Cups, nothing going right, to everything going right, to things, to like a return to joy, optimism, pleasure again. So obviously, if your heart's in something and it's not going right, you lack the pleasure. We have the Sun card. There's a victory here. A path illuminated and success guaranteed. Happy outcome. Have confidence in yourself. Tell me more. Like the best card in the deck, right? Describing the World. Is the World like expansion of opportunity or expansion of presence, like being seen, expansion of, or just all like finally, like is it have more to do with the Magician, like the manifestations you've been wanting finally come pouring in? Okay, Five of Cups to the Three of Cups to the Ace of Cups. The World. Good Lord. Sometimes it would just be like one card would be really great. There's a shroud of like like you know how like when spirit tries to skirt around something and tell you something without telling you directly, you know what I mean? That's what it feels like to me. It's like, I'm gonna kind of give you like, oh, believe it's like this, and it's like, well, just fucking spit it out. What is it? And they won't say it exactly, but they're like, but it's gonna be like really good. And you're like, are you serious? Like when like a person wants to take you out on a date, and you're like, you need to know, how do I dress? How do I do? And so they try to give you enough information, and you're like, you're not helping me. You're not, like, what? Like, do I need heels? Oh, well, you could if you want to. That's not fucking helping me. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm going to tell you all kinds of stuff and not answer your question. Like, what are you hiding, spirit? 5 of Cups is things not turning out how you thought they would, you know? To the 3 of Cups, a celebration. Things elevating. Personal happiness. Your cup being full again. You're going from the 5 of Cups to the 3 of Cups. A reason to celebrate because your cup gets full. Oh, they're going to pull this shit. I started going. And it says, don't give up. Have courage. Believe in yourself. That's the second time they've said believe in yourself. And then good business decisions. 4 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups is the Knight of Pentacles, right? The Knight of Cups is the opportunity that shifts things out of the 5 of Cups energy. The grieving of how shit just doesn't seem to happen and hasn't. And like feeling like you have to put to rest the thing that your heart really wants. To suddenly, all of a sudden being able to celebrate. So whatever it is, it takes you out of this shit's dead, done, over with to holy shit, it revived it. Fuck the logical path. I'm going to go where my heart wants me to go. And it's like, it brings exceptional joy to you. It revives your cup. But for whatever reason, they're like, this is an awesome business decision. This is something very good for you, because it's the second time. Both of these talk about a business decision, business venture, career. And it's like, you just got to believe in yourself. I feel like your heart comes back to life. It's been grieving. And it's like, maybe the 7 of Swords is talking about how you felt like you deceived yourself, like how, the disparaging, right? You were led down a garden path almost. You weren't seeing things positively anymore. You didn't have that positive mental take on something. And so there, if you get into the 7 of Swords, where you believe every sign, every download, everything your heart says is a fucking lie, and then the opportunity shows up where your heart's like, that's it, yes, you know, like you know what I mean? Would you approach that with the utmost confidence? Or would you be thinking that your heart's lying to you? That it shouldn't get as excited? Because I've seen this before. But they're encouraging you to approach something with a level of confidence. It says, protect that which you've created. Have you convinced yourself logically that you're just not as good at something, and that you're not meant for something, that you're not meant to be a part of something, that path is not meant for you? And is that reason why you were grieving so much? Your heart was feeling so sad as you started to lean more towards the Queen of Swords path? And so when the opportunity comes in, the cup opportunity says, hey, you've always wanted this. Are you going to look at it and go, that was just a lofty goal. That was an airy fairy dream. I'm not really capable of that. I can't really do that. life has shown me and proven to me that I can't? Or are you going to take the bull by its horns and fucking go for it? Don't let the fact that you've been in mourning and grieving over this and feeling like you've just deceived yourself to stop you. This is exactly it. This is a return to pleasure. This will take you out of the Five of Cups and out of the strife. This is your Wheel of Fortune. Might I remind you, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Star, and the Empress card all coming out. And the Sun. Well, like if we were to, and the Magician, like if we were to line up the major arcana and every good ass fucking card in the major arcana, like the best, those rank top 5. And they're telling you this is a good choice. This is a good decision. And it's a practical one. Pentacles, right? But when something takes so long to come in, they're giving me this analogy. Like when you date somebody for so long and you, to the point where you're like say it's 5 years and they haven't yet like let's say you've been with somebody for 4 years and they've never said I love you. When they finally say it, do you believe it? Or do you think that they're just saying like, if something loved you so much, why would it let you? Because it's the idea of like, I've loved it so much and it hasn't loved me back. If you've tried so hard for a particular path and along that path, people ignored you and opportunities ignored you and it starts to make you think that maybe that's not for you. And it hurts. It hurts. You're still connected to it. But when it shows up, like if I was really for me, wouldn't have something happened before then? Some recognition, some acknowledgement, something. I don't know. Are they going to take it, Spirit? Are they going to take the bull by the horns? It's up next. Two of Pentacles. Or two swords. Two swords. I don't know why I said Pentacles. Two of Swords again. Are they going to take it? I guess it depends if you buy into the illusion. You may have convinced yourself this is a path that will not love you back. Okay, they're just saying the same thing. This choice, this decision, Two of Swords, will require you to let go of some illusion, some disillusionment. It's like the fear of like I feel like you started this very gung-ho with your heart on a sleeve, being very vulnerable, everybody being able to see you, and you've slunk back from this. Like if I was really going to be all that great at this, or if this really was for me, wouldn't have happened by now. Which is not exactly the case, because we know so many stories of success where the path didn't love them back for a long fucking time. I mean, I can think of so many. Eight of Cups. You've got to walk away from. I feel like the devil is the Seven of Swords. This negative story you tell yourself. Because they're telling you you need to be the Queen of Wands. You need to have confidence in yourself again. It's like this opportunity has the ability to revive that. This choice allows you to walk away from this despair, whatever story you've been telling yourself recently, and like stand firm in your knowing, stand firm in your confidence. This battle between the Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups really took a toll on your self-confidence, your self-image. Your belief in yourself. Despite you having not totally let go of this dream, this idea, your heart was still with it. You just didn't believe it loved you back. So that's what next. That's what's coming up next for you. Is the opportunity in this, the thing that revives it and returns you to joy. But you're going to have to let go of this illusion that you bought into that kept you trapped, which was the Queen of Swords. The belief that this thing doesn't love you, that you're obviously not as good at it, or it's not meant for you because it would have happened already. And so we're just going to do the logical thing. Okay. We're not going to sit there and let our heart hurt us again, but putting faith and belief and blah, blah, blah. You've got to walk away from the shitting on all the signs and believing that it's false. This idea that magic isn't real. Like, you have to get back into the Queen of Cups. Okay? So you'll have to let go of this disbelief that you have cultivated that's kept you stuck. Because the funny thing is, as much as it's like you wouldn't let go of the Queen of Cups choice versus but you also didn't let go of the Queen of Swords either. You wouldn't let go of it, but you wouldn't choose it either. And it was just tearing you apart inside. So that says something. That's an indication of the deception you began to believe, the lies you started to buy into, the way you looked at the signs and synchronicities and messages and downloads from spirit as bullshit. That is a sign of your wavering trust and faith, your lack of confidence in what you know to be true for you. So when this comes in, you need to step into this with full faith in yourself, that it is for you. And you need to protect what you have desired and wanted and created for so long. And you can't give up. So, but it's enough. This cup that comes in turns it from tragedy to triumph. It's enough to flip things around, a complete 180. It is enough. But you have, and I'd say that you were so afraid that it was your heart that was hurting you, but it was really your thoughts, your mind that was hurting your heart. It was bringing about that sorrow. And this comes in a very practical, tangible way. So, alrighty, that's that. Yay! I hope that helped. Hope it finds whoever it's meant for. I know it's a nice early Saturday morning. I feel very like, like the only question I have that I keep hearing it, so it might be something you have, is, the notion that something's up next, but that doesn't mean like when up next. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when is next? When is next? When does this like whatever's up next? Because sometimes there's a period of time before the next thing comes in. And I'm just like, I don't know if they'll tell me. I don't know if they'll tell me. Let's see. Because that's why they were giving me the line. Like, next, who's next kind of thing. It's like something's meant to come. But you know how sometimes you go places and I swear to God, you're like, oh, there's 3 people here. And you end up waiting forever. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's like kind of like that. Like, when it comes to that type, I'm like, and that can be difficult for somebody who's going through a grieving process already and is on the verge of letting go. It's like, don't give me false hope. When? Is there a when to this? Is like, when is the next thing coming in? Some kind of decision has been made. Hold on, I'm gonna ask it. What is it? Two things here. It's like you could be waiting for a decision because she's looking at the judge. And the 2 people before the adjudication is like waiting to hear the final decision, right? But initially so some of you may be waiting on some type of decision. Initially, I got the decision's already been made. And someone's waiting. She's looking out the window, waiting for something. And what shows up is none other than the mature man. Now, the mature man in the Kipper deck has a couple of different descriptions. It's like wisdom. It can be an older male, but it's also, because of the globe, somebody who is like global, somebody who is very cultured. It is the idea of reaching far places and different, so it reminds me of the world card that we were just pulling out. And so I was like, okay, well, clarify this one. Which one is it? And they brought up high honor. High honor is all about the acknowledgement, recognition, the elevation of status. So to me, it's like being elevated to be seen. It is being like having more reach. It is the expansion, right? Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, and then I ask about adjudication, and I'm kind of like, what kind of decision? And it's like, this is your dream card. This is like the 9 of Cups kind of card, right? This is pulling up anchor and moving towards shores. This is the pie in the sky dreams. That's why he's sailing the skies. Things that haven't been grounded in yet, right? Into reality. But also, it's like the idea of anchoring in a dream, right? With the anchor. And so like some decision. We have the poverty card. I'm I'm assuming this is where you're at, right? You're waiting for something. When, like, the idea is, and you don't believe it. Like, you're just in disbelief. False person is like, it's all a lie. It's not real. Blah, 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 blah. And we have the contract card again. You're not going to fucking do it, are you? You're not going to tell me when. Because that's the question. You can say up next all you fucking want, Spirit. Like, people will ignore this message because if they've been left on red for a long time from Spirit, it's like not believing something. It's like, actions speak louder than words kind of thing. So, I know quick to me is different than quick to Spirit. Spirit's like, oh my God, I've been alive for eons. You know what I mean? Like, this is coming in so fast. Here I am 5 years later. What the fuck? Like, my life has been on pause. What? I mean, not me directly. I'm just saying, like, and I'm kind of like, that's what it feels like to me when I'm feeling into this energy. And I'm like, somebody's like, look, up next. Like your name's being called. Like, it's your turn. It's your turn. If you've been seeing other people, because I was talking about earlier, like the up next is like other people being called before you. If you've been seeing people have their wins and successes, like this is like visible in your own life. And you're just like what do other people get to, you know what I mean? You're up next. This would be people where you're like probably people that have been in a similar situation as you, and their shit has started to go off, and it's like, you're up next. So that's why you got to get out of this energy so you can see the signs. See, sometimes we keep going because it's like, literally, you probably could, the timing depends on you following the guidance, you paying attention to the signs and acting accordingly. Because it's almost like those would be guidance, directions. You know what I'm saying? That would put timing at like on you. And if you're closed off to the magic, to the idea, like you may have been telling yourself it was so stupid for you to believe that you're receiving a download, or you're so stupid for you to think that was even your intuition. So you're ignoring them right now. So you need to pay attention to them. So timing is probably because you're up next. But you play a factor in the timing of it. You need to be open to the woo-woo-ness of it. A little bit of delulu. Because your Queen of Swords going to try to be like, no, fell for that last time, not doing it again. You need to. You feel like you're getting journey. I think that's where the timing is. And it feels like something pretty magical will come in too. How do we reconcile the two, Spirit? Because it's like there's a Knight of Cups coming in. There's actually something tangible coming in. However, you're also saying timing is a little bit like you have to pay attention to the signs. Like maybe you'll poo-poo this away if you're not careful. Maybe it's just that you need to be open to it. Now I have a... It's almost like positioning yourself for this to come in. It would be like I'm going to give very arbitrary things, but I have had these experiences before where you feel like synchronicity happens to get you into a position where something comes to you, like somebody, like getting a message, like I really should, I'm like feeling like you're getting a message to accept the next offer that comes in to go see music, and you're like, and then somebody invites you, and you're like, how you try to tell yourself, no, that's not really, it's just a coincidence. That's not really, kind of thing, right? That's not really what's happening here. It is following the signs, because something is available to you. So you may play a bit of a factor. Like if you feel drawn, it's answering the call. If you feel drawn to go do something, then maybe you should do it. If you get invited somewhere, and like a part of your heart's like, ooh, maybe something will happen, and your mind's like, don't do that again. And your mind's like, that ain't nothing gonna happen there. I can't do that because like, I don't know. You play a part in this. And if you dismiss things, then I'm so close to saying you'll lose out on it. And they're like, don't say that just yet. It's going to impact when something comes in. Am I hitting the nail on the head? You gotta let me know. Yeah, it's like a decision. It's like the pathway card is always kind of like the choice of the path. It's something about this feels like going places. Like, don't deceive yourself. I think when opportunities arise, we're going to call it that, an opportunity arise, you may initially go, ooh, and then the gremlin in your brain, the Queen of Swords, is like, and tries to cut it out. Okay. But the thing is, there's something there for you. Your Queen of Swords will try to falsify something. Like you think something's, oh, I should do this. I should go down that path. Because the path is even like travel. It's like getting on the road. It's any hiking trail. Like it goes everything from mundane to like magical, like a crossroads in life kind of thing, right? And something tries to stand in the way of you getting something. I think it's you. Okay. Don't shoot the messenger. It's your skepticism of it. Thank you. Fucking been trying to find words today and it's not been happening. Your skepticism steps in. Should I stay or should I go? Like there's this thing that tries to come in and it's like, but there's something waiting for you on the other side. The privileged lady is ease. There's no worries. You don't have to be worried about something. It is something coming. It's like a lucky phase. It is you getting to receive. It is, and this is all about exceptionally soon. Well, at least they gave me timing now. Like as long as you say yes. And here we have two cards about being willing to get up and go somewhere. We have the journey card and we have the pathway card. If you are given opportunities to do something, I don't fucking care if it's, hey, let's go out tonight, or hey, let's go over here, or hey, I'm going to go on such and such a day, or hey, I'm going to, like, I don't know, like just a little something. Like you might want to do it. Anything else? Don't get bogged down by your day-to-day stuff. I think somebody is using this hard time in life as an excuse not to do certain things. We have the despair with toil and labor. Like, it's kind of like, I've got too much. I've got too much on my plate in my regular life. This skepticism is kind of like, again, skepticism that something will work in your favor, of an opportunity, of somebody saying, let's go do something. Like, this is it. This is the opportunity. Thank you. We have the community card, which is all about getting out, doing something, socializing, connecting with other people, being out and about in your community, going places, help, resources, new connections, all kinds of shit, right? Then we have official person, which a lot of times is just an exclamation point. It's official. This is the thing that you need to do. So I'm just going to say it. If there's an opportunity, it's almost as if you've got this little gremlin in your head that will poo-poo on stuff that stands in the way. You get you're posed with an option. That would be the crossroads. Hey, you want to go an hour away and do this? Hey, you want to whatever? I don't see a person asking you, but you know. See, the thing is, the official person, official person also means the one with the authority, the one that has the capacity to do this. They're not in your house. They're out in the community. Hence why it's like, because the Pathway card is all about just getting on the road. It literally talks about roads. Journey is like going somewhere different, trying something different. And you may be like, I've got too much on my plate and too much burden in my head. And so your little gremlin like, no, I've got too much, and so it's like, it poo-poos, stands in the way of this. But it's like, you're the one that's meant to receive something here. And that actually, I don't know what kind of excuses you're trying to give as to why you shouldn't go, because life itself has been hard. Maybe you don't have as much money. And it's like, if you just go, there is something on hand here. I'm so glad I kept walking. It ain't where you're at. I can tell you that much. You need to get out. It just feels so close. Because the family room is a timing card. It is like in your immediate vicinity. Your immediate vicinity. Meaning like at any minute it could happen. This is like exceptionally close. Well, it didn't, so I'm not going to force it. Anything else? This is not the first time I've had something like this come out. And people will, it probably isn't even going to be fun. Ooh, I can't believe I said that. Has life been so difficult that you've got such a meh that you're just like even things that could be fun or even the idea of getting out no longer, you're just like, no. Told you that Queen of Swords, that bitch be getting in the way. She be getting in the fucking way. You're going to poo-poo on something. You're going to hem and haw. That's what you do. You want to go do this? Or you want to get out? And it's like, shit's been so fucking difficult. I don't have all the money. Like, I don't have the clothes. I don't have the blah. And it's like, you got all the excuses in the world because, you've been feeling bad. The 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Shit's been not really good. It hasn't been. So here you are debating, hemming and hawing. Like, you'll think about it, but you'll think about all the concerns. I don't know. I'm really fat right now. I really don't like the way I look, so I probably won't feel very confident. So I won't really be myself. Probably won't enjoy it. How am I supposed to enjoy it? I got so much shit going on in my life. Like, it'd probably be just better if I stayed home. I'm exhausted. Yep. Nothing else. Every time I go out, every time I felt before like I needed to get out, like because I've been told, you get out of hermit mode, go out. Not shit has happened. Here I am, despair. So you hem and haw because the courthouse card is all about the negotiation process, right? The weighing up the pros and cons. And I done told you in the last part of the reading, it's like, no, nothing else has worked out. Like, logically speaking, it hasn't. But they're like, wouldn't you fucking say yes? Because it ain't where you're at, honey. It's not on the couch. It's not where you're at. You're going to have to find a way to, it's not there. How far is this? I mean, we are saying immediate vicinity, but this is timing-wise. It can be distance. How far is this? But this indicates it's not. Like these two indicate it's not like right there. This might be like stepping out beyond your community. This may like be going down to another town, another state, another something. Whoops. On the road again is what they just said. But you're all like so wrapped up and thinking in the day-to-day and what's not going right that you're quick to be negative and think, nope, no, this probably isn't a good idea. I don't know if this is a good idea kind of thing, right? Because the mask card is like not knowing whether something is good or not, what it really is. Like you're just like, fear of deceit. Like you don't want to get happy about something. You don't want to believe something could happen. Remember, you don't want to believe the magic. Maybe this is the time. Maybe, maybe if I get out, I really will come. Yeah. Message concern is like delays. Okay, delays, right? I feel like this has already been delayed. Oh, something unexpected. Okay. Great fortune, distant horizons, your wish coming true, everything you've been obsessing about, the things that preoccupy your mind, the dreams, the thoughts, like the imaginings playing in the field of possibilities, the things that have concerned you, you have great fortune. You have a great opportunity coming in. Okay. All right. If you stuck the fuck around for that shit, then I'd say that you've been struggling with this for quite some time. Now, I don't know how to help you overcome. That makes sense. Oh, they kept saying have confidence in yourself. Feel confident. Like, because the Queen of Wands, bitch, knows her birth. She feels it. You don't feel it right now. You don't feel like that. I'm like, you need to get that back. Okay. Because your opportunity is waiting. And that's the fucking thing that's standing in the way. Your lack of confidence in something, in yourself. It's like plaguing every aspect. And it's making you make wrong decisions and seeing things wrong. Remember, everything from the Nine of Swords. And the Hangman came out trying to say, like, they just need to get you into the place where this Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles opportunity can come in so you can suddenly get out of that mindset. It's going to change how you see something. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to tell you, it feels like a fake it till you make it type of situation. And I know, like, I am not one to tell people this, but like, whatever sends you over the edge. Fuck it. I'm going to say it. I don't care if you need liquid courage. I don't care if you need a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Like, you need to put the Queen of Swords on the fucking shelf. Okay? Because what's going to seal a deal for you is your Queen of Cups. Just saying. Just saying. So, I don't know. Like, if you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, if you feel like life has you bogged down and you wear it, I don't know what it is. Like, you've got so many things that your gremlin tries to tell you, and it's like, but whatever is meant to transpire for you is not going to happen by you staying in hermit mode, isolating, sitting on your couch, whatever. It's out there, is what they're trying to say. They can't bring it all the way to your fucking door. Work with spirit on this, please. And you may get in your head then about, like, okay, which place do I go? And that's the problem. I feel like you need to be saying yes more frequently to the extent that you possibly can. Like, I mean, if you ain't got if you say yes to spirit right now, they might make a way for you. Okay. Like the idea of like, oh, I don't have any gas in my car, so I'm chill for the weekend. And it's like a friend invites you out. Well, there you go. There's your gas. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, I don't know. I mean, sometimes people are just like, I can't. The world's I've been feeling, and just quit doing that. There's something that's been waiting. And you're part of the delay. And it's hard to fight against the Queen of Swords, who looks at things objectively, because she comes with receipts. Spirit, I got receipts. And Spirit's like, I know. For fuck's sake, I know. But this is where you need to be Queen of Cups. I trust my intuition. I have faith. You know, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do the crazy thing, the woo-woo thing. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna believe in the magic again. I'm gonna follow the signs. I'm not gonna ignore them. All that stuff, right? Like, there's something there. So, you know, if you, whatever you gotta do to get over the hump, and do not let your Queen of Swords go after the first time. If something doesn't pop off, like, see. But also have faith that if like little invites and things showing up, actually, like, if they come into your world, if opportunities present, don't underestimate those either. Okay? I feel like you need to be open to something. Hence why you need to be open to the magic and the synchronicities and the signs. Yeah. If both paths are genuine, how would one forsake the self? It's not about the path, it's about the truth. I can have two truths that are equally true for me. I love and always want to take care of my mother. And I want to make sure that she's safe, and that I believe that the elderly deserve care and concern, and you know, it's an embedded truth for me. But equally, I believe that I deserve to have the experiences that I want to experience, and that I get to live out my dream fully. But sometimes those two things come into they compete with one another. They become at odds. Both of them are very true. The swords are about your truth. And your truth can be a particular path, obviously. And sometimes when those two things become a crossroads, you have to look at which one would require me to forsake myself. If one of those, like if I decided that I'm the one that has to be the one to care for my mother when she gets ill, and that I'm the one that said I would always be there, and that I would always but it requires me to give up on my dreams, to not pursue a particular thing, I'm having to give up something in order to do one of those things. Two truths can be at odds. Two things that are very much a core of who you are can come to a point of being at odds with one another. Which one of those choices, those paths, those truths in this moment, if you were to choose it, would require you to forsake yourself, your dreams, your desires, your hopes, your future? Let's say, you know, and you have to really be honest with yourself. Which one outweighs the other? Because in some instances, it could be that I could like the pain that it would cause me to walk away from my parent when they need me at this point in time. I would haunt me if I chose my career. Then that's your answer. You're forsaking an aspect of yourself to choose one of those things. One of them will win out. You will feel as if you are having to compromise yourself. Which one feels that way? One of them will always win out. Which one is more of the compromise that you can't live with? And sometimes it's like in my case, as much as my parents have supported me, I've taken care of my parents for over a decade. And it got to the point where my entire life got put on hold. All my dreams, all my desires, any progress, even to the extent of wanting to feel what it was like to live on my own, to raise my children on my own, because we lived with them. My mother had an immense number of surgeries, so much to the point that I had taken off so much sick leave from work that I didn't have enough leave for my maternity leave when it happened. I broke myself at a deep level, mental level, trying to care for both of my parents and their illnesses, that at times it felt like I just didn't want to exist anymore. At what point do I get to choose me? I love me. I deserve happiness, and that is a truth that I hold dear. I know it for a fact, but I love my. At what point? To what extent? And decided that I could no longer, that one of my siblings could finally step up after a decade. After my father finally passed. So my mom went to live with my sister. Because I had to choose me. So, yes, a path, even if they're both genuine, sincere, and true, can require you to forsake the self. So, let's see here. Oh, I don't know what Terry said. I do accept things for me. It's not that it's too difficult. It's just nothing comes in and it's hard to keep having the faith. Sorry, I feel called out. I am on the road again. I do want to believe, but anyways, I hope that helped. And I hope it finds whoever it's meant for. Try and have a great, fantastic, wonderful weekend. And I will see you all later this week.